Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says peacekeepers in Lebanon should be moved out of harm's way immediately.
Thousands of people protest in the streets of Rome and Lisbon to demand an end to the fighting in Gaza and Lebanon.
Millions of voters are eligible to cast their ballots in the first round of parliamentary elections in Lithuania. Thousands take to the streets in Madrid demanding affordable housing.
Hundreds of demonstrators have marched through central Rome to call for a ceasefire in Gaza. Chanting "Free, Free Palestine," they also demanded an end to the fighting in Lebanon. Israel and Lebanon-based militant group Hezbollah have traded almost daily fire since the war in Gaza broke out in October, displacing thousands on both sides of the border. On the 30th of September, Israel launched what it called a targeted ground operation in Lebanon, it says, to find and eliminate Hezbollah positions. There were similar scenes in the Portuguese capital Lisbon, where thousands marched calling for an end to the hostilities in Gaza and criticising what they say is the complicity of Western governments who sell arms to Israel. The war in Gaza broke out on the 7th of October last year after Hamas militants launched an incursion into Israel, killing around 1,200 people and taking 250 hostages.
Voting is well underway for the first round of parliamentary elections in Lithuania, with polling stations opening at 6 a.m. on Sunday. Roughly 2.4 million voters are eligible to head to the ballot box over the course of the day and elect 141 parliamentarians for 4-year terms.
And nowadays, especially in Lithuania, we have to be very conscious about who we are voting and to show just your support.
Experts say the election could result in the opposition's Social Democrats and smaller centre-left parties replacing the centre-right governing coalition. Strict COVID-19 measures and an influx of migrants have cast doubt over the government of Conservative Prime Minister Ingrida Šimonytė and the country's economic successes. Voting centres will close at 5 p.m. on Sunday, with the results announced on Monday. France has paid tribute to 57-year-old teacher Dominique Bernard 1 year on from his murder, with events around the country. A large crowd gathered in Arras, the town where the secondary school teacher, husband and father was murdered by a radicalised former student on 13th of October 2023. Several ministers, friends and family attended the city's local ceremony, which included live painting, a string and flute ensemble and dance performances. Thousands marched through the streets of Madrid on Sunday demanding affordable housing. Some brandished placards saying lower prices, while others chanted slogans like "If prices do not fall, rent strike." Many are homeowners who say renting and buying in the Spanish capital is unaffordable.
El 80% de mi salario se iría a un alquiler o a una compra, es que es imposible.
Pues mucho más del 50%, mucho más. Aquí en Madrid es que es imposible.
A spokesperson for the tenant union warned landlords and real estate firms that their impunity is over, while hinting at a possible rent strike.
Que se bajen los alquileres de una vez por todas y queremos que se bajen ya.
The protest was organised by 40 tenant union organisations and neighbourhoods, which claim the local housing market is feeling an impossibly tight squeeze.
Just over a year ago,
Alex Salmond, the former First Minister of Scotland, who for decades championed independence, has died at the age of 69. He led the Scottish National Party twice, stepping down in 2014 after the independence referendum, which saw Scots vote to stay in the United Kingdom. Under his leadership, the Scottish Government introduced popular policies such as free NHS prescriptions and free university tuition for Scottish students. He was Scotland's first pro-independence First Minister.